Hello! Happy New Year, everyone! Right, that's that bullshit out of the way. Now, this year, I was planning an investigation into trying to find the very worst action figure ever officially released. Well, I'm going to be honest, I think I've knocked it out of the park on the first one, so this may prove to be arguably the shortest video series in history. Well, actually, I've got an idea for a second one, but it works in a slightly different principle, because when it comes to wrong-headed design, I don't think we're going to be beating this one anytime soon. Presenting Aunt May from Spider-Man, from the Marvel Comics famous cover series. The idea was they would take a famous cover and make a kind of doll, basically, out of one of the characters on it. It's easy, innit? 8-inch ultra-posable figure with authentic fabric costume. Yeah, they were very doll-like, basically. I think it's the fabric costume that makes it like that. This wasn't the best series in the world from old Toy Biz, but my God, Aunt May here really does take all the biscuits and then shit all the biscuits over the floor. Seriously, there's a reason I've used a post-it note to cover this, to alleviate the horror for at least a short period. So anyway, Spider-Man and Aunt May. Yes, this is the person who took Spider-Man in when his parents disappeared or died, depending on the continuity. Her and Uncle Ben, but then Spider-Man was greedy and he didn't save Uncle Ben, so Uncle Ben died and he is sad. But with great power comes a great off-kilter bum, apparently. That's sort of gone a bit sideways there, isn't it? That's weird. Anyway, on this specific cover, the figures of this version of Aunt May, if you haven't guessed, so stay back, Spider-Man. I warned you. If you take one more step towards that poor man, I'm going to fire. Aunt May, assassin? This is it. Thanks. So I can't actually read what it says under that writing there. But yeah, the arc was something like she finds Dr. Octopus and for some reason doesn't realise he's a villain, despite the fact he's got like massive octopus tentacles and he's in the news all the time. Actually, I've probably misunderstood that because that's really ridiculous. Anyway, yep, she of course doesn't know that Peter Parker is in fact Spider-Man and it's like her nephew. Or is it great-nephew? I don't know, because she seems an awful lot older than you would expect his aunt to be. The Aunt May in Civil War is more the sort of age you would expect, isn't it? Anyway, amazing Spider-Man. We now, of course, have to sing the 60s Spider-Man theme music, because it's great. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can, like have 8 legs and 8 eyes. No, he doesn't. It's all lies. Look out. This song is misleading. Wow, wow, wow. For some reason, I've now got in my head the 90s cartoon Spider-Man theme. My God, that was really weird. It was just like sort of power chords grinding on a guitar while a sort of very heavily digitally distorted voice goes, spider blood, radioactive spider blood in the background. It was all a bit weird. Anyway, I'm getting completely off tack here. We're not here to talk about songs. We're here to see what the people at Toy Biz thought the best way to render this version of Aunt May was. Do you know what? I didn't even give her a gun. Are you ready? Are you steady? No, you're not, because nothing will prepare you. We will count down. 3, 2... Sorry, let's go for it. Yeah. You see, it's great enough, really, when you just look at the face, but it's like they knew how horrendous it was by the way they packaged it. It's got one arm in the air, like some sort of monstrous Frankenstein's creature lumbering towards you to pull your bloody limbs off. I'm going to have to actually move this up, because this is taller than I had anticipated somehow. There we are. Let's get a good look at that then, shall we? Come here, Peter! Come here! It's time for your dinner, Peter! Peter! Oh, good God. So, yeah, why is her forehead so big? Nobody knows. Why is there loads of dirt around her mouth? Has she been eating loads of dirt? Nobody knows. Why has she got one arm in the air, braced as if to attack with inhuman strength? Nobody knows. Why does her head look so small compared to her body? Well, that's probably something to do with the clothes, making the body look bigger than it is. But still, the head seems tiny. Shall we let it out of the box? Oh, God, there's probably all sorts of evil spirits going to come out of here now. There she is. May needs to feed. The little bit of hair coming off there is really adding to the experience. I haven't actually got it out of the box before, so nope, that's not my fault. So let's have a look at this amazingly all velcroed up at the back there in her scary sweater. See, it doesn't even look anything particularly like the thing here. It's like, it's not even, it's supposed to be this design, but this is like a frilly apron, and it's white, and it's got a collar. None of these things are going on. She's wearing a dress, whereas in here she's wearing a skirt and a jumper. It's not even... I mean, why is her hair so high up on her head? The whole thing is just designed wrongly, and that's before... Oh, God. These weird little carpet slippers she's got going on. Good grief. I want to have a quick check of the underwear. Oh, my God, it's like frilly bloomers. It really is astonishing on so many levels. But yeah, let's just get another look at that face, because you need that in your life. Hi, I'm Aunt May. Human growth hormone is a very dangerous thing to inject into your face. Believe me, I learned. So yeah, give Granny a kiss! Actually, the more I look at this, the more it seems her head is comically undersized. Look at these giant limbs and hands. Sorry, I hadn't spotted that in the box. Because, you know, the arms were up and down. God almighty. Crusher May here having a go. Oh dear, there's broken something under the table. It's rattling there. Yeah. Ah, what a start to 2017. That's the angle, that's it. That's how Aunt May would want to be remembered. That's how she looks in her wedding photo. So yeah, to tell you what this face actually reminds me of, the bit at the end of Revenge of the Sith, where they have an actor, Wayne Pigram, I believe, or Pygram, don't even pronounce his surname, under heavy prosthetics to look like Peter Cushing, and he just sort of walks away from Vader and the Emperor at the end. It's all fine, you only see him from a distance. But if you look at close-up photos of him, there is a hint of this. Actually, he looks almost more like his other character he played, Scorpius in Farscape. Oh, my God. Well, let's sit her down there. There we are. Where's your bloody... Look, put your bloody slippers on. Your feet will get cold, and then you'll have to crush more of humanity in order to make up for it. Well, there we are, friends. I think from a... design perspective, we will never beat just how horrendous this figure is supposed to be. It's nice that they did one of Aunt May for collectors, because, you know, it's not something you see very often, but my God, to do it this ludicrously badly is, yeah, frankly, unthinkable on many levels, and yet they went and bloody did it, didn't they? I just noticed there's actually a hairnet on the back of it. Oh, well done. Bonus points, yeah, because, you know, everything else was so great on it. Ah, dear me. Well, I think the next one, which will appear in the future in my terrible action figure series, is probably the worst value for money one, and I imagine many of you at home will already know what that is. But in case you didn't, have a kiss from Aunt May, and all will be made better. I love you, Peter. Subscribe for more.